Hey guys, welcome back to another Corn Pops vidya. As you can see here, we got the old Lincoln Cent album out. This is going to be episode number 8 of trying to fill a Lincoln Cent album, 1941 through 1974, with just stuff that we find coin roll hunting only. In this edition here, we searched through an entire box of bank wrapped, and let me check my paperwork here. Looks like 27 customer wrapped rolls. Bank wrapped is seemingly much easier to get right now than it is to get customer wrapped, but I mean, you know, they're always kind of elusive a little bit anyways. However, going to go ahead and add all of that to the total in the description down below so you can see exactly how much it has taken us to get to this point. And maybe you guys can figure out how many coins we've gone through to get to this point, because me and Keith don't want to know because it's a scary total. Anyway, as is typical here, right hand side is Keith's, left hand side is mine. We're getting a little bit more discriminatory over what we keep. Typically, if something is a 1970s, 1960s, 1970s, we don't keep it because, as you will see in a minute here, the coin album is pretty full of the reds. So we really can't replace a whole bunch on the right side panel of that coin album. We did, however, keep certain things if we thought maybe it looked like it had a repunched mint mark, possibly a double die, even though all of that stuff is unlikely. Have some Canadian in here, some moderns. And in the customer wrap rolls, we found Keith found a giant run of really nice 1960s era reds. So maybe there's something in here that we can use to replace in the album, maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, let's take a look at the album real quick. Alright, as stated before, right hand side is looking pretty dang good. Mostly reds to red browns. Honestly, mostly reds, going from 1962 Denver all the way through 1974 San Francisco. Really good looking coins. Middle panel, some decent reds as well, going through 1950s through 1962 Philadelphia. Of course, we're still missing 1, 2, 3, 4 wheat pennies. And then the left side, hardest side, by far, of course, let you in a little secret, we still have yet to find any of these steel pennies in any roll that we've gotten from the bank. Unfortunately, like I've said before in previous videos, I haven't seen a steel penny in circulation in well over a decade, so I don't think that's going to happen. Which, by the way, I'm going to link a playlist up here on the right hand side right about now if you want to see the rest of these videos to see what it took to get to this point and see the progression and, you know, come along on the adventure. But anyways, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 missing on the left hand side. I had a subscriber actually write in the comments that perhaps once we get down to the very nitty gritty of this that we could start buying rolls from eBay, which are almost definitely going to have the steel cents in them because they like to seed those with neat, special, and different things. Part of me feels like it's a good idea. Another part of me feels like it's cheating, but at the same time, reality is that's probably the only way this album's ever going to get done, and we're ever going to see any kind of a completion to this series. We might have to do that. But that's the album up until now. Now I get to go through all of this stuff again, separate them. Of course, I'll show you the Canadian stuff, the stuff that is a little bit too old for this album, stuff that's too new that, of course, we're just looking at double dies, things like that. But go through this stuff and I'll be right back. All right, guys and gals, this is what I came up with. And first off, let me tell you, this is why if we can get a hold of them, me and Keith prefer the customer wrapped rolls. 90%, 80 to 90% of what you see here was found in the customer wrap rolls as far as the important stuff, including all of these. These 3 rows right here is wheat pennies. All of these are wheat pennies. And again, 90% of these were found in customer wrapped rolls. I don't know if people are starting to get rid of, their unimportant collections. I don't know what's going on. I know times are tough right now, so we're probably going to start seeing more of this kind of a thing occurring. But, we're okay with it. Every single one of these over here on the left-hand side is a 1969 Denver red. And every single one of those was found in one customer wrapped roll by Keith. So that tells you something right there. All of these over here on the left are 1941 through 1958 that would not replace anything in the album. They're not any better than what's already in there, and obviously don't fill a hole. And I'm not going to show you these each of these individually. They're just, obviously fairly common stuff, including all of our favorite 1957 and 58 Denvers and all that stuff. So some decent 41s and 42s and things like that, but nothing worth showing you individually. Here is the older stuff, 1940 Denver. So that one just missed the cut for the album. But then when we get even older, we got a 1938 plain. 1937 plain. 1930S, I believe. Nope, my bad eyes strike again. 1930 Denver. 1939S. 1938 plain again. A 1934 plain. Come on now, you can do it. And another 1934 plain. So, oldest ones we're looking at in here for all those rolls we went through is 1934. Over towards some more modern stuff and some mix and match stuff. Had one really nice log cabin, 2009 Denver. It's worth basically, a penny. They're not exactly uncommon, but we, again, as you guys know, if you've been watching us for a while, we really don't like getting rid of anything that's a decent mint state condition, no matter how cheap or cheesy it might be. I got 3 of the 2009 formative years, which could have the double die on his hand. There's actually a bunch of different double dies and different variations of the same double die. Haven't found one yet, but it's a war of attrition. We have to find one eventually, right? Maybe. After the millions of coins that me and Keith have gone through. And then some 2017 P Philadelphias. Of course, this is the only time that the P mint mark has been put on our cent, the 2017. And there is also a double die on some of them on the P for the mint mark. Again, I haven't found one of those yet, but hey, you never know. And then these are some more modern ones that I just absolutely, again, could not get rid of, couldn't put in our copper bin because they're just too nice. I mean, look at that, 1969 San Francisco. Pretty big gash on his head there on the right-hand side, but other than that, it's a beautiful coin, so we can't just put that in the copper pile. It'll go in a tube, and of course, all of these coins, including this stuff over here on the right that's not good enough to replace anything in the album, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to scope all of this stuff because I'm obsessive compulsive when it comes to looking at every single coin and trying to find errors that are there, errors that aren't there. You know how it goes. And of course, to round it out, Canadian. Lots of Canadians. I mean, more Canadian than you'd expect us to find in the coins that we went through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, not too shabby. Now, onto the album, which I am very pleasantly surprised with. All right, starting off with the right side here. The easiest side, of course, the one that I was saying we probably didn't find anything for. We found a ton for. Got a 1972S that is definitely better than what we have. A better 71 plain. A considerably better 71 Denver. And again, I bet almost all of these, if not all of them, were in the customer wrapped rolls. It's crazy. People have to be dumping collections that they don't deem worthy, or I don't know, whatever's going on. 71S is a little bit better. 70 plain that is way better. A 68 plain that is much, much, much better. And then I have a couple of options for the 67s. What do you guys think? Left or right? I'm thinking left-hand side. So we will add that to the too good to keep, but not good enough to replace what we have in the album already. 65 is a little bit better. Some more options on the 62 Denvers. And man, I don't know, they're both pretty nice. Let's go with the right. All right, right it is. And of course, the other one will be added to the too cool for school section. And a 1963 plane. And the 1962 Denvers that we found, by the way, are way better than what was in the album. So, as usual, as life always teaches me, if I say that I'm sure about something, life is full of surprises every single time. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coins were found that are better than what was already in the album. Crazy. Middle section, a much better 1961 plane to replace, and a 1951 hole filler. I'll go ahead and put that in right now. And then the hardest section, left-hand side, found a 49 Denver, forced that bad boy in there, and a 49S with some really interesting looking patina. Who knows? I like to think that that was stuck underneath a vending machine or something for decades and it was finally found, but you know, I'm probably wrong. Probably under the floor mat of a car, getting soda spilled on it for decades. But anywho, 2 on the left-hand side were filled, so I think we're getting pretty close to coming to the end of what we can do realistically with finding stuff in this album. Or I should say finding stuff in circulation in bank wrapped and customer wrapped rolls for this album. I don't know. What do you guys think? Throw down in the comments what you think we should do. Do you think we should keep going with this? Or do you think that we should just buy some rolls off of eBay? Let us know. All right. Look at that. Just look at it. Look at it.
Look at that. That's nice and shiny.
Look at how much better the right-hand side is looking. Again, I'm pretty dang shocked that we found as many replacements as we did on the right-hand side. But again, life is full of surprises. Hey, whatever. Not going to complain. Thank you, customer wrap rolls. The middle section added one of the wheats and replaced one of the nasty brown ones. I mean, we got a decent amount of reds over here, too, in the middle. Insane. And of course, 2 holes filled over here on the left-hand side, which is very important. Minus, of course, our unicorns. But, anyways, that's it for this one. Let us know again in the comments what you guys think that we should do. Should we keep trying to find these with customer wrapped and bank wrapped rolls? Or just throw up the white flag, so to speak, and get some rolls off of eBay and see if we can fill them that way. I mean, I'm down for either one. Doesn't really matter. No matter what you guys think we should do, me and Keith, of course, are going to be going through hundreds and thousands and millions of rolls of all denominations of coins, as we have been doing for a very long time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Best way to support the channel. Tick the bell if you want to get a notification every single time that we do upload a video. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Until next time, guys, love you all. God bless, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe out there.